joining me on Dish It With Me, Heather D. And today is not a recipe video, but I'm going to show you how I have started my little quarantine indoor garden. And this is because since a lot of us is not able to get to the stores like we want to, I figured I'll go ahead and start me a little garden. And I got all of these little plants from the produce section at our local grocery store. So I'm going to show you what it looks like. So right here we have our mint. I have my thyme, and I also have my basil. And these are some popular herbs that I use when I'm cooking, especially basil is so good for many different things. Thyme is good for flavoring a lot of meats, like your chicken or your beef or lamb or whatever. And of course, mint is really good for a lot of different Mediterranean dishes, as well as for herb, nice teas, peppermint tea and stuff. So this is what I will be doing. And this pot over here, I am planning to plant a couple lettuces. I have right now the bottoms of some lettuce that I believe is romaine lettuce and a type of red lettuce. I can't remember what it's called, but that will be placed in here, as well as green onions. And it's very, very easy and not very hard at all. When you have little indoor gardens, it can really, really help you save money. You can pretty much have them year round if you keep them in a nice sunny area. If you're in a winter climate like I am in Michigan, a lot of times you can't really get certain herbs or fresh herbs in the store. If you can have them near a place where it can receive sunlight and you won't have to worry about disturbing them too much, you can have a really nice herb garden even through the winter months. I'm hoping that I will be able to get some cherry tomatoes once everything starts to open up slowly. I don't plan to do the seedlings or the seeded version. I'm going to go ahead and get the starter plants. I like to go ahead and cheat a little bit. I don't do well with seeds. For some reason, whenever I plant the seeds, it'll sprout up, but then it doesn't do well after that. It always end up going, it always, seem to fail me. So I am planning to really just try to work on my little garden here. And as you can see, I have it right next to my sliding glass door or patio. And sorry, that's my son in the background, gamer. And this will get a lot of sunlight right here. And I tried to choose some plants and herbs, like I said, that I figured I can use on a regular basis. I might try to get some rosemary and get another pot and have some rosemary growing, because rosemary is really good also. I would like to try to do lavender. Lavender, I heard, is really good to grow, but you have to I really don't have the pot space or the living room space to really have a lot of different herbs. So I try to use herbs that I figured I can really work with. But yes, basil, mint, thyme, whatever herb that you feel that you can use, that will be perfect. You also want to try to make sure that if try to get, vegetables that you figure you won't need a lot of deep roots. Sometimes certain vegetables like carrots or potatoes may not do well as an indoor, for indoor gardening. Green onions, like I said, that'll be well for a little indoor garden. You can cut you off a few pieces whenever you want, or pull it up. Those are good for different recipes that you may come up with or may need green onions for. Even with some edible flowers. Sometimes if you could get some of those edible flowers you might want to use to sprig up your little salads or something. You might be able to do that also for your little indoor herb gardening, because it is so wonderful when you can grow your own plants, or even grow your own fruits and vegetables, or herbs and stuff that you can use in your cooking. That way you'll know that there's minimal pesticides and there's minimal amount of all the stuff that they usually do when you buy them out the store. Of course, I really don't know what process that my basil and my thyme or mint went through before I bought them, but at least with them being in the early stages, as they begin to grow, I won't really use much on them because it's on the inside, so I don't have to really worry about too many bugs. I won't have to worry about rabbits or deer or any outdoor creature trying to, want to nibble on my little babies here. But what I do know is if you decide you want to have a garden and even have it outside, one way you can do, or one thing you can do to help your garden, I would say flourish, and you want to make sure that you keep away, bugs, and even keep away, little creepy rodents or rabbits or deer or whatever animal like to eat on vegetation. One way to do, you get you some mothballs or save your soap. All your soap that usually melt down to almost nothing and is so small that it might end up going into the sink if you keep on using it, save those pieces. Do not throw them away. They can really, really benefit you. Oh, excuse me. They can really benefit you when you're having an outdoor garden. I learned this from my aunts and uncles who have big gardens, who do a lot of farming. I found out that when you have and save those little pieces of soap, especially a loud soap, something like, Dial, Caress, or, any of those loud perfume soaps, that will definitely keep away your rodents. And how I know? When my kids were younger, they helped me get together our family garden. And when we put out our little soap pieces and our mothballs around the garden, tying them on the fence or making a little fence and tying it around on sticks around the garden, whenever it rains, that soap scent will come out, and no rabbits, no raccoons, and we wasn't even in a fenced area. Where our garden was, anybody or any rodent could really come up, or even any type of animal could have came up and ate from it, but they didn't. It really, really did help. And as you will see in the little picture below, that's how our garden was looking. I had my kids, they were helping. We helped. They helped me with removing the rocks, keeping weeds from growing into it. I mean, we really had a lot of fun. And at the end of the video, I will show you a little picture clips on what our garden looked like. But this is just for those who may be interested in wanting to start any type of little indoor herb garden. Anything you feel that can help reduce your chances of going to the store so often, or something that you can use a lot of, start an indoor garden. And especially if you're renting from someone and they may not want you messing up their yard, do an indoor garden. You will not cause any problems. You see what I have going. And push come to shove, if this pot to get too big, then hey, I transfer it into a bigger pot where I can put my herbs together. Well, I hope these little tips and all these little these ideas that I have mentioned in this video can help you with your recipes and anything that can help you along the way while we are all in quarantine. Like I said, we don't know, what's going to really happen. I try to get herbs that I figured that I will use more of and that can benefit our family. Whatever herbs you feel that you can use, if you can find it in your produce section that's already at the beginner stage where you just plant, you go right ahead and get it. Then again, you may have to go ahead and just start out with the seeds. So, thank you for watching. If you like this video, please click like, share, and subscribe. And definitely let me know if this is something that you feel that you can do. I hope you all have a great and wonderful day. Thank you for watching, and God bless.